Hello again, everyone. No, you aren't crazy. Yes, you're hearing my voice at the top of another episode. No, this isn't a standard episode like we planned. Yes, this is another bonus episode. Don't ask why, the details aren't important, but we're sorry we couldn't bring you another spooky topic for this week. But this is a super cool bonus episode back from episode 4 about Bigfoot. For that episode, we tried what was arguably both one of our favorite beers on the podcast, Bat Squatch by Rogue Ales. But we also tried a second beer, aptly named Bigfoot. We thought it'd be worth trying, and we knew it'd be worth talking about on the show. So without further ado, we hope you enjoy this bonus episode about Bigfoot, the beer.
What is our bonus episode supposed to be? Oh my god, it's called Bigfoot. Barley wine.
Right. Okay. So for this episode, the first thing I Googled, obviously we've talked about this before, was Bigfoot beer. It's whatever our subject is, and then beer on Google. And at least this is what I do, and I try to see the first thing that comes up. This is the first thing that came up. It actually wasn't Bat Squatch by Rogue Brewing in Oregon. It was Bigfoot by Sierra Nevada Brewing. And I actually decided on Bat Squatch because I knew you, Paige, would enjoy this beer more.
Oh my god.
Than Bigfoot.
You're so good to me.
I think this would be a little more drinkable than Bigfoot by Sierra Nevada.
It's very enjoyable.
Not saying that Bigfoot by Sierra Nevada is a bad beer, but it is definitely a very different beer. We haven't had this kind of beer before. And actually, I never knew that this was a style of beer before.
ABV, ALC?
Oh, ALC alcohol? Yeah. ALC alcohol.
By volume. No, alcohol by volume. 9.6?
Yeah, watch out.
Whoa!
So, this is Bigfoot by the Sierra Nevada Brewing Company. Sierra Nevada is in Chico, California, and this is a quote pulled directly from Wikipedia. This was established in 1979 by homebrewers Ken Grossman and Paul Camusi in Chico, California. As of 2016, Sierra Nevada Brewing is the 7th largest brewing company in the United States.
Oh, wow.
And is the 3rd largest privately owned brewery in the United States. The brewery was named Green Business of the Year by the United States Environmental Protection Agency in 2010 for its practices in sustainability.
Oh, wow.
That's awesome.
Lovely.
This is their description of the beer, straight from their website. Bigfoot is a beast of a beer packed with bittersweet malt and heaps of aggressive Hull Cone Pacific Northwest hops. First introduced in the winter of 1983, Bigfoot is a cult classic brewed in the barley wine style, strong and robust with the refined intensity of a wine. Bigfoot is prized by beer collectors for aging in cellars. Under the proper conditions, it can develop enticing new flavors and character as it matures in the bottle. Each new release or expedition is vintage dated. So there's a date on this. 2020 Bigfoot.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Collect your own and savor the evolving flavors. So Bigfoot, this beer is a barley wine. I didn't know that there was a beer called barley wine.
I did not either.
Barley wine is a strong ale, and we're going to talk about ale for a second. People don't know what ale is. I feel like it's a term that just kind of gets thrown around. But it's a specific type of beer. It's a type of beer brewed using a warm fermentation method, resulting in a sweet, full-bodied, and fruity taste. It is historically used to refer to a drink brewed without hops. Usually between 6 to 12 ABV. So it is a pretty strong drink for a beer. It is brewed from specific gravities, which refers to the relative density compared to water of the wort or must at different stages of ferment. So barley wine has a very particular gravity that it's brewed at. I had never heard of that before either, so I just wanted to throw that little fun fact in. And the wine in barley wine refers to its typical alcohol strength similar to that of wine. You buy a bottle of wine, it's usually anywhere from 6 to 12% ABV.
Sure.
So this is the same deal. Barley wine is typically seasonal. It's usually released once a year around the autumn or winter. There are two primary styles of barley wine. There's American barley wine, which is hoppier and more bitter, And there are colors ranging from amber to light brown. And then there's English barley wine, which is less bitter, slightly more hop flavor, and a little bit more color variety. I think Bigfoot is the American barley wine because it's brewed in California, which is in America. This is 9.6, as Paige mentioned, 9.6 ABV, so it's high up there. It's 90 IBUs. This is a bitter beer. And it implements Cascade, Centennial, and Chinook hops. We've talked about Cascade hops before on a previous episode, so I'm going to quickly talk about the other two. Centennial hops is an older variety of hops. It displays a citric characteristic, floral flavor and aroma, and it's praised in its depth of bitterness and forward aroma. It's well suited to pale ales and IPAs. Chinook hops are very versatile. They're typically used in seasonal ales like this one, porters, and stouts, and they exhibit a spicy bouquet with robust flavors of grapefruit. And Bigfoot by Sierra Nevada uses two-row pale and caramelized malts. All this information is on www.sierranevada.com, where you can view information about Bigfoot and the other great beers that Sierra Nevada makes. I'm ready to crack into this one. How about you?
I'm not.
You've been texting on your phone this whole time.
I wasn't texting. I've been reading.
So the last few episodes, what was our last bottle? Actually, our last bottle was episode 1, was Zombie Dust, right?
Yeah, we haven't had a bottle.
Every episode since then has been a can.
It's been a can.
This is a bottle, and this is a perfect opportunity to mention that we have a second bottle opener now. This is...
It looks like a little hand.
This is really cool. This is handmade.
Ooh.
This is smithed
Oof.
by my coworker, Scott.
What? Scott does smithing?
Scott...
Scott, you bad
dabbles,
bitch.
He dabbles in a little blacksmithing, and he
Scott,
handmade
you want to go out
these.
sometime?
He made a bunch of these.
That looks really good.
And he decided to give one to me because he listens to the podcast, and
What
he
a
heard
nice guy.
that we only had one bottle opener to share.
We were struggling.
So
I tried
Paige-
to use a paint can opener.
Paige, here you go. You can use Scott's bottle opener
It's so nice. Scott, you did a good job.
to open Bigfoot. That is a cool bottle opener, I
I
gotta say.
love it.
And I've tried it out once already. I guarantee that it works.
What a nice bottle opener.
Right? Works pretty well. Works better than the one that I have.
Scott, I love it. Shout out to Scott.
Whoa, look at this.
Very dark pour. Why are your pores getting better? The fuck?
So it's got a very deep dark amber color. Definitely a lot darker than Bat Squatch, which is what we did for the Bigfoot episode.
Ooh, look at that pour.
Look at that pour. Wow, look at that.
What the hell?
All right, toast.
Just a little clink. A little boop.
Clink before you drink.
A little clink before you drink, kids.
Woo! Whoa.
What is that reaction?
Whoa. Wow.
I needed a second sip.
This beer will kick your ass. It is very intense. It's got a really strong,
Robust.
bitter, robust flavor to it. It's not subtle at all. There's nothing hiding in this one.
Oh, that's cold. Ooh.
It is cold. It came out of the refrigerator.
Shut up.
But very, very, very hoppy, very bitter,
Okay, honestly,
very strong.
it is hoppy, but I don't mind it.
Really? You like this?
I'm not saying I like it. I'm saying I don't mind it. Those are two different words.
Okay. But as far as like most IPAs,
It's not bad. I like the flavor. It is. There's some bite. That's some strong bite. It smells good. I think all beer smells good though.
wow, yeah, that's very strong. This beer will kick your ass for sure. This is not a casual sipping beer.
No.
This is I'm sorry. This is not a chugging kind of beer.
Yes, there you go. There you go. It is a casual sipping beer.
It is a casual sipping beer. You could probably only have maybe 1 or 2 of these before you really start to feel it.
I'm like trying to taste the flavor behind the hop, but the hop is so present.
But it's not necessarily a bad thing. I don't think this is a bad beer. I think it's a very good beer. I think it's there's a lot of character and depth to it. If I want to be extra snooty about my inexperienced beer review.
Yeah, lay it on me.
It's got a lot of depth and character to it. You know?
There's like a flavor that hits right off the bat, and I cannot name it.
It's just, I taste hop and malt.
There's like a sweetness to it at the beginning that I taste.
Yeah, I don't... Well,
it's only there for a second.
Yep. It did say the hops that they use, what was it?
It smells like maple syrup.
Centennial hops, floral flavor. And then Chinook hops gives it a spicy bouquet with robust flavors of grapefruit. Yeah, grapefruit. It's got that sort of bitterness of grapefruit to it.
Oh, yeah.
So I can definitely see how that comes out in the beer. It's good. If we had done this one for the episode, I wouldn't have said that this was my favorite beer, since the beginning of this show.
I do like finding beers that are IPAs that make me question my dislike of IPAs, though. I do like that. I like the variety of it. I like that there's beers that are like, hey, this isn't all just hop. You can enjoy your IPA, even though, I'm not that big into hop.
IPA is I feel like it's such a general term, and it's so easy to judge all IPAs based on one experience of one IPA, because they're just so all over the place. Well, again, this isn't an IPA.
It's a barley wine.
Right. However...
But it makes me think of an IPA.
Right. I get what you're saying. Like, this is a cool thing about this about this podcast, too, is that it allows us to try different beers that we wouldn't necessarily... Like, you go out and shop for a beer, you're looking for something that you would prefer. You're looking for something that matches your taste and what you seek out of a beer, whether it's a favorite that you buy all the time, or if you like a certain beer, you're going to go out and try that. With this, we don't necessarily do that all the time. Obviously, for this, we looked at beers that kind of matched our topic. So I picked Bat Squatch, again, because I knew Paige would like it more. I knew we would both like it more. It's a really, really good beer by Rogue Brewing. But the first thing that came up was Bigfoot by Sierra Nevada, and I wanted to give it a shot. I wanted to try it. Because I'd never had this beer before. So it allows us both to try beers that we wouldn't necessarily normally buy if we were just going out and, picking up a 6-pack or a case of beer normally. So we hope you do the same. We hope you, at least get something out of these really elementary reviews that we have as inexperienced beer connoisseurs. We hope that this maybe motivates you to go out and either check out the same beer that we're drinking, or maybe be a little more experimental when it comes to picking out your beer and just, trying things maybe that are outside of your comfort zone. And you never know if you'll come across something that you like. This is a good beer. I like it. But if I had a preference between this and Bat Squatch from Rogue Brewing, which is what we did for Sasquatch, I would probably pick Bat Squatch.
I would agree. I really enjoyed Bat Squatch, but I was saying, I've never had a barley wine before. For a first try of a barley wine, I don't hate it.
It's interesting.
It's
a unique kind of flavor.
It dances on your palate. That's the only way I could describe it. There's a lot of flavor behind it.
I forgot to mention we should have ordered something on DoorDash before I started my segment.
Yeah, you should have.
Because, after a tequila shot, I
could eat
a can of Bat Squatch, and then, half of this Bigfoot. I haven't had anything to eat since lunch earlier today. So
I have not eaten since
we should get some food
this morning at 8 a.m.
Because, again, this beer's going to kick my ass. But, thanks for checking this out. Check out Bigfoot by Sierra Nevada. It's a great beer. Buy it now. Here's what you should do. Don't drink it right away. Actually, maybe drink one of them right away. Just see how it tastes. experience this with us. But then put the rest away in a cool, dry place. Let it age for a little bit, like wine, like it says, like Sierra Nevada recommends.
So weird.
It is a little strange, but since it's a barley wine, I guess different flavors come out of it as it ages. So store it for like 10 years and then try it again.
Yeah, 10 years from now,
and
let
then
us
email
know.
us. Yeah.
Since none of you know what email is.
Send us a fax.
Oh, God. Why do any of you listen to this?
I'm done. Find
that's it.
Find something on DoorDash you want to get.
We'll be ordering food. I hope you enjoyed this bonus episode. You're all wonderful. I love you very much. Kisses.